Despite being called the least emotional country in the world, Singaporeans were up in arms after a Gallup poll put the country as not only the least emotional, but also the unhappiest country in the world. Yes, apparently were less positive than people from Iraq and Afghanistan. The poll was conducted in 2011, where nearly 150,000 people worldwide were asked if they experienced certain positive and negative emotions the day before, such as whether they smiled or laughed a lot, felt well rested, and if they experienced stress or anger. Most Singaporeans we spoke to disagreed with the questions used to determine our emotional state.
I would say it's inaccurate in the sense that day to day it's very difficult to, your emotions are always changing day to day. And if you were to ask someone that question, what do they base it on? Do they base it on how they had their day, how their day was that day, or like the past week or the past year,
No, it's not accurate. It depends on the time when the question is being asked and with reference to the individual, what yesterday meant to the person.
No, because I think you specified like a day only, so it's probably not that reflective.
I think it's not objective enough, like they should have conducted a study over a longer period of time.
No, because he said it's a bit invasive, so people won't be completely willing to say exactly what they are feeling, in a survey.
However, Dr. Benjamin Dettenberg, chair of the Wee Kim Wee School of Communication and Information, feels that the Gallup poll was well done and the findings meaningful.
I think when people don't like survey findings, they try to find fault with the methodology. No survey is perfect, but there are certainly some that are better done and some that are worse done. At the far end of the extreme, there's junk research, junk surveys, junk science, and it really isn't worth paying any attention to. That's not the case with this study. Gallup is a very reputable organization. They've got good people working there. They did their sampling properly, from what I can tell. There are some issues with the measurement that you might be able to improve upon, but basically I would personally put some stock in the findings. I do think they're valid and meaningful. Now, that said, I think it's important to note the margin of error is 3.8. And so any 1 or 2 percentage points, that's not a significant difference. So Singapore is really no different from a dozen or more countries that are listed at the bottom.
In the next clip, find out if Singaporeans agree that we are the least emotional country in the world.